Hey everyone, this is the part of our Tree of Life project where I'm going to show you how to weave this tree together. Okay, so remember that Klimt, our artist, created the Tree of Life painting, and it was his only landscape, and it had gold embroidered into it, and that is why our tree has a lot of like yellows and golds in it. So what you have is your cardboard circle that you should have completely covered with yarn before you do this part. Okay, I'm just using this plain just so you can see the tree better. And then you'll have your yarn. I tried to make mine like an arm's length of yarn, so it goes from my hand to my shoulder. And I'm going to take my scissors now and I'm going to trim only one end of this yarn because that is how you create really long loops that you're going to need. So you're only trimming one end of this. Okay, so now if I pull from this side, I will have one piece of yarn. So I'm going to set these off to the side. I'm going to bring this here. So this is what I suggest doing. I suggest making sure that your stuff is lined up. And you are going to you're going to take your loop and you're going to bring it down so you can see your loop on this side. And you're going to bring your yarn through your loop. And this is how you're going to hook your tree to your circle. So I'm going to do like the top half of this because that's where I'm going to want my branches. Another thing I suggest doing that is up to you, whether you do this or not. You can do dark branches and light branches kind of every other one. So that way you'll have some gold going into your tree like in our painting that we looked at. All right, so I'm going to do this all around the top, and then I'm going to show you how to make the tree. All right, so here's the part where we're going to start weaving in this. Okay, so just like this one here, we're going to start at the top and we're going to slowly work our way in with more. All right, so I'm going to start at the top two that I have, and I'm going to get them started coming in together. So I'm going to start with just off to the side from the top. So this piece and this piece are kind of like tree branches. So you pick how far up you want them to be. And what you're doing is you're just wrapping them around each other. Just make sure that you're untangling it as you go. And then as you add another branch to this, so say I want to bring in this one, I'm going to add it in here. They're just wrapping around. And sometimes kids like to braid them and they look really cool. So I'll do a little braided piece right here. It's kind of neat. And then it depends on where you want your next branch to come from. And we'll just wrap them around each other so they're exciting. And remember to untangle your yarn at the bottom as it goes. Okay, so now I'm going to leave these two right here because I'm happy with these two. I'm going to start on these two over here. I'm going to get this one and this one tangled up together. And then as you do this, you decide where you want your branches to come into your tree. And the nicest way to do this is to keep it as tight as possible, so that way you have this nice looking tree. And of course, just like trees, the branches are smaller at the top and they get tighter as they go further down. So we've already got a branch going right here. And just to finish this side up, some of your branches, they don't have to be tangled up with another color when they go in. If you decide that you want your branch to be just by itself, then do it just by itself. So I know my tree is going to come out this way. So I'm going to add this branch in right here. And that kind of helped grip over this other pieces right here. And then this last piece, I'm just going to twist it. And I'm going to loop this one in right in here, just like this. So that way it's kind of in with this branch, but it's not totally in with this branch. And then I'm going to loop it around the rest of the tree. There's really no wrong way to do this. Okay, so I got half my tree done. So I'm going to come in over on this side now. And I'm going to bring this one, I'm going to twist it a little bit to get it started. And I'm going to use this gold one next to it. So I kind of want to get them started, because now that I look at this one, I wish I had twisted it. So I'm going to twist these ones. And I'm going to bring this one. I think next time I do this, I might tape this down a little bit, huh? I want to bring it down this far and then twist it in. So we'll have this nice big thick branch right here going on. And I'm going to bring this one in just like this, wrap it right around my tree. It's also going to bring my tree back a little ways too, which is cool. And all trees are different. They twist and turn. Their branches get smaller towards the top and their trunks are bigger on the bottom. So don't worry about anything like that going on. If you feel like your tree's starting to look a little wonky, that's okay. I'm going to give this one a little bit of a twist. I'm going to give this one a little bit of a twist. I'm going to bring these two together. I'm going to bring this one right in here too. And we're just twisting. Give that one a nice little pull. And I'm going to attach it right over here. And this branch is coming in right in here. Okay, so crazy stuff now. We have our tree. We need to start thinking about roots on it. So all you're doing is you're taking your roots from whichever individual piece you have going on, and you're just looping them the same way you looped them at the top, and you're just giving them a little knot. For example, okay, so I'm going to take my gold ones first, and I'm going to take this through, and because I don't have like that little loop at the end of this anymore, I'm going to just knot it. So some of your roots will hang a little longer than others because of like the direction that they're in, but that's okay because you can trim them if you don't like them later on. But that's what this is. We're just going to knot all the way across. All right, so this is pretty much it. I just have a couple more to string on, but in the end, it will look like this one after some trimming and a little bit of work. Okay, guys, take your time.